why don't we both give a quick Women's Super League update for our audience as well to maybe close this one out. If you want to maybe give a quick rundown of the matches that took place, I can close it out with the standings to let everybody know what's going down in WSL.
Yeah, WSL, man, these matches were crazy. We talked about it last week. There were a few cancellations happening due to COVID protocols. There were supposed to be 6 games, but only 3 matches played, and some, I'm going to say fun, interesting, crazy results. If you're not following this league already, what are you doing? Please join because it's fun to chat about. So Man City, they beat Brighton and Hove 6-0, 5 different goal scorers, 1 own goal that came for Man City in their favor. But all of these 6 goals came in the second half for Man City. So maybe not the most surprising scoreline from this past weekend. Also, Reading beat Leicester City 1-0. Pretty solid game there, but the biggest match, Sandra, I'm not sure if you caught this one, if you didn't, and if you want to watch some highlights, if you're looking for an underdog team to root for in the WSL, this is it, Birmingham City. They are your team if you're looking for an underdog that can surprise anyone. Birmingham City defeats Arsenal 2-0. 2-0. This match was fantastic. So our Arsenal was undefeated at this point in the season until they play against Birmingham. Birmingham also hadn't won in the WSL all season. They had not won a game. This game was played at Birmingham City, so a home match for Birmingham, and it was the first time that they had won a home match since October of 2019. This was crazy, snapping Arsenal's undefeated streak, and it started early. And I think that's the point. I mean, yes, you can look at this and there's so many different factors, but really this is the game that I was so keyed in on for Arsenal and Birmingham. It was tough. It was a tough game for Arsenal and really tough for them to watch, a team that traditionally just dominates week in and week out. They are at the top of the standings. They were ahead by double game points over Chelsea coming into this week. And then for Birmingham City to just kind of roll over them. Birmingham City won every ball in the air. They won every second chance ball. They were winning the 50-50 battle. Arsenal were outplayed physically in that 50-50 ball battle. Arsenal were sloppy with their footwork and with their passing. They did not create a lot of chances. They only had 2 shots on goal. And when Arsenal was breaking through and getting chances up top, it was single players alone. They had no support. They had no runs, no options being made. It was a mess for Arsenal, but hey, Birmingham City, way to go. I mean, I loved watching this game, and I think the last point I'm going to say about this is Birmingham City scored 3 minutes in, a goal by Libby Smith. It was a long ball over the top. They played the foot race game against Arsenal, and they won. And because of that first goal in the 3rd minute and Arsenal not being able to equalize, it set the tone for the rest of the game, and Birmingham City on the front foot won. This is crazy, Sandra.
I think you're putting it nicely. I mean, I would even bet you to say, it's one thing when you're watching the game, right? And you're watching it play out, and then you match that with like your eye test versus like your stat test, and you're getting the numbers. And it went from being like, whoa, that was a wild game, to being like, oh, this was actually kind of ugly for Arsenal.
Oh, completely.
The biggest one was the limiting them to just the 2 shots on target. It was a rough day at the office, to say for sure. But all things considered, the league kind of having to navigate, all the COVID cases and everything like that. It was going to be a tall order for that weekend of games with all the eyes on the team. But like you said, it impacted the standings, right? It shook things up a little bit. Let's take a look at these standings as Women's Super League heads into match day 12. We will see how the matches unfold. Last weekend, there were some limited matches. We're supposed to have an original amount of games. I think it was about 6, but 3 ended up getting postponed. So as of now, these are the standings heading into match day 12. Arsenal, despite the loss, still at number 1 with 25 points. Chelsea at number 2 with 21 points. Number 3, Tottenham with 20 points. Number 4, Man United with 18 points. And the rest, playing out 5 all the way to 12 is Manchester City at number 5, Reading at number 6, Brighton and Hove at number 7, West Ham at number 8, Everton at number 9, Aston Villa at number 10, Birmingham City at number 11, and Leicester City in 12th place right now. We'll try to keep an eye on the action that happens in match day 12 for everyone to sort of maybe give another rundown for everyone for any action that you may have missed. We want to thank you all for joining us as always. We hope you were able to get informed with some of the news and notes and things that happen between NWSL and Women's Super League.